Back at Thanksgiving, we tried the delicious Purdue Extension Pawpaw no-bake cheesecake recipe, and it was great. We even heard back from friends who said they tried it on our recommendation and enjoyed it. If you'll recall, Della McDermott's award-winning Pawpaw Pretzel Jello salad included cream cheese in the recipe, so in our further experiments with Pawpaw in the kitchen, combining it with dairy seemed like a natural way to proceed. Sue and I had casually made a batch of Pawpaw Chia pudding that was really delicious. We decided to try again with these 3 experimental batches, cutting back the sugar slightly. However, we did not replicate our initial success, and I'm not sure what the problem was. I don't think it was caused by accidentally dipping mittens in the pudding. We used a larger jar the first time, so that may have made our shaking more effective. We also used perhaps a different grade of Pawpaw, and maybe we should have let the Pawpaw thaw before trying to mix it into the pudding. These are the factors that we think may affect our success in the future, so we shall see. I'm sure we'll try again, but none of those were as good as our first attempt. Facebook decided I needed to see this recipe, and it seemed like a no-brainer to combine with Pawpaw. It's a fairly straightforward mid-century southern dish that's no-bake and uses cream cheese, and it even includes a cup of apricot preserves. I'm just screwing around here, and I don't actually end up using the sweet and sour sauce, but I did use some apricot preserves. I started with a cup each of Pawpaw pulp and apricot preserves, and then after looking at several recipes, I decided to make one hotter than the other. In the end, it didn't really seem to matter because this all just kind of overwhelmed the taste of Pawpaw. The hotter one used dried prepared mustard and some chili flakes and a dash of sriracha. I think moving forward with this recipe, I would not go in the mustard direction, and I would omit the apricot preserves. However, the black pepper I thought worked nicely with what Pawpaw you could sense in there. I think the trick will be making a spicy, smoky heat that still highlights the Pawpaw flavor without making it taste like barbecue sauce. If I do have a play on this recipe in the future, it will probably be quite a departure from the heart and soul of this dish, and it will omit the apricot preserves, the mustard, and the horseradish, and go in a different direction. This, of course, has me thinking about pimento cheese now as well, and how Pawpaw might play with that. So I mixed these both up and let them sit in the fridge overnight, and then served them over cream cheese. Since Sue and I are savvy shoppers, we happened to notice a coupon for free vegan cream cheese, which is the one on the bottom. The vegan cream cheese was actually fine, had a slight floral note to it, but the texture was pretty spot on. So this is a recipe that could in effect be vegan. I don't know if the vegan cream cheese would translate to a recipe like a cheesecake where you would have to melt it and set it, though. So I put half of the vegan cream cheese and half of the regular cream cheese on each plate, and I'm topping both plates with the hot Jezebel dip and the hotter Jezebel dip. But in the end, it didn't really make a difference because you couldn't taste the Pawpaw, or it just wasn't a highlighted flavor. In the future, I think I would omit the apricot preserves and instead go full Pawpaw with some sort of brown sugar or maple syrup to add sweetness and hopefully prevent browning. I also don't think that horseradish and mustard are the way to go. I think instead we need a fruitier, smokier spice, but something that doesn't make this just like a barbecue sauce. I think I would lean into the black pepper, though. I think both of these recipe ideas have merit, but they still need a lot of work. If you happen to see a published recipe for Pawpaw Chia pudding, hot Pawpaw Jezebel dip, or Pawpaw pimento cheese spread, let me know and I'll give them a try. And if you have success in your own kitchen riffing on these recipe ideas, let me know what you did differently. I wish I had better results to report, but finding new uses for frozen and fresh Pawpaw pulp in the kitchen is still a challenge and a worthy endeavor. So let me know what successes you've had. Good luck and good eating in your kitchen, and maybe unlike Goofus here, try a quarter or half recipe when you're experimenting.